Good morning. My name is Mateusz Zadecki, and I'm a technical support engineer at EBS. In this instructional video, I will present how to configure and carry out downloading using the EPX400 smart communicator. What is downloading? Downloading is a feature that enables remote communication with the alarm panel, e.g., configuration management, status retrieval, etc. Normally, this process is carried out through a physical connection using a PSTN line. EPX400, in cooperation with the proprietary modem emulator software and OSM server, allows the creation of a virtual connection and running downloading from anywhere on Earth. The only requirement is access to the Internet. Before starting the installation, you should prepare the EBS EPX400 smart communicator. Besides a GPS-RS connection, this communicator has an option for an Ethernet connection through the built-in RJ45 connector. You should also prepare a previously programmed alarm panel in the same way as for a PSTN modem connection. For downloading to work correctly, you need to set the phone number. The phone number does not have to be real. It can be, for example, 5555. In most panels, object code and touchtone dialing are default. You should also turn off double dialing. Set the number of rings. The recommended number of rings is 3, and allow downloading. You should also prepare 2 pairs of wires with terminated ends. Of course, you can use data cable. GSM antenna, SIM card, and programmer. I decided to use Mini-Prog BT. The panel has been installed in an EBS OBDNA enclosure with built-in transformer. The communicator can be installed inside the alarm panel housing, of course, if there is space for it, or outside. The communicator has a dedicated elegant housing equipped with neodymium magnets. Thanks to the magnets, the communicator can be installed on any ferromagnetic surface without the need for drilling. In our case, we chose to install it inside the alarm panel housing. We have 2 types of antennas to choose from. Since we are in a location with good GSM signal quality and the housing is made of plastic, we can choose a short L-type antenna. If you want to improve GSM signal quality, or, unfortunately, if the housing were made of metal, the antenna must be outside. In such a case, we chose the wired version with self-adhesive tape. It is important to remember that this antenna should not be attached to metal surfaces. Now we proceed with the installation by making physical connections, connecting the antenna, and inserting the SIM card. We will start with the electrical connections. To the positive AUX terminal, connect the red wire.
AUX. Podłączamy przewód czerwony.
Connect the other end to the positive AUX terminal.
Do zacisku plus ACU.
Now we will connect the black wire to the negative AUX terminal on the alarm panel, i.e. ground.
Zacisku ujemnego AUX centrali alarmowej, czyli masę.
With the GND terminal on the communicator board.
Płycie komunikatora.
We have connected the 12-volt DC power supply.
Zasilanie prądu stałego.
Next, we will connect the PSTN line connector.
Do złącz linii PSTN
Connect one end of the green wire to the ring terminal and the other to the R1 terminal of the communicator.
A drugą do zacisku R1 komunikatorze.
The last connection we make is between the tip terminal on the alarm panel and the T1 terminal on the EPX400 communicator.
T1 nadajnika EPX400.
After making the connections, we verified their correctness
Weryfikujemy ich poprawność.
and proceed to install the antenna.
Instalacji anteny.
Then, we insert the SIM card.
Wkładamy kartę SIM.
It is important to remember that the SIM card must have the PIN code removed or changed to 1111, which is the default PIN code of the communicator.
Następnie możemy
Then we can connect the mains
zasilanie
power
ściąga
supply
oraz
and the battery.
akumulator.
Connect the Mini Prog BT programmer to the CONF connector. I decided on this model because of its ease of use. The programmer allows connection to a computer or smartphone via Bluetooth. Additionally, it has a micro USB port enabling a wired connection. Now we can proceed to configure the communicator in the EBS Config 2.0 program. The EBS Config 2.0 application is available in two versions. The mobile version can be downloaded from Google Play, and the desktop version is available after logging into the Knowledge Zone on the ebssmart.com website. Launch the EBS Config 2.0 application. Please note that before establishing a connection, you need to pair the programmer with a personal computer or mobile phone. Click the connection settings icon, the two arrows, and then click the plus symbol. Select Mini Prog. As you can see, the device has been detected, and we enter its name. The name can be anything. Click OK. After establishing the connection, we can read the configuration from the device. During this time, 4 LEDs on the device should blink alternately. After reading the configuration, the Summary tab will be displayed. Here you will find basic communicator data such as model, serial number, or current firmware version.
Numer seryjny czy aktualną wersję firmware.
Let's start by setting the communication channel. In the case of the EPX400 communicator, we have 3 communication channels to choose
Do
from.
wyboru mamy 3 kanały łączności
We can sort them by priority.
je posortować według priorytetu.
In our
W naszym
case, we are
przypadku
using a mobile
korzystamy
network.
z sieci komórkowej. Więc
So we
wybieramy
select
sieć
the cellular
komórkową,
network and fill in the server address to which the communicator will be connected.
adres serwera, do którego podłączony będzie komunikator.
Then the port and APM of the SIM card.
Oraz APN karty SIM.
Go to the telephone line tab.
Linia telefoniczna.
Attach the first number and enter the phone number.
Wprowadzamy numer
The phone
telefonu.
number must match the number programmed earlier in the alarm panel. In our case, it's 5555.
W naszym przypadku są to 4 piątki.
In case of problems establishing a connection between the communicator and the alarm panel, the confirmation delay should be increased. You can also choose the protocol type. By default, it is Contact ID, but if necessary, it can be SIA. Now we can go to the communicator settings, enter the user code, and then save the configuration.
Zapisać konfigurację.
After configuring an EBS config 2.0, we must prepare 2 more applications necessary to perform the downloading process. The first necessary application is the proprietary modem emulator software. We download the program from the ebssmart.com website. The next required application will be software that enables configuration and diagnostics of our alarm panel. In the case of Paradox panels, the program is called Babyware. Let's start by configuring the modem emulator application. After launching the application, we need to fill in the necessary parameters for connection to the OSM server to which the communicator is connected. Enter the outgoing analyzer name. In our case, it's primary. Next, enter the public IP address of the OSM server. You can enter a private IP address if the OSM server is installed in the same network. In our case, the OSM server is installed on the same machine, so we can enter the address 127.0.0.1 or simply localhost. Next, enter the listening port of the OSM server. In our case, it's 9000. Then, go to Configure the modem parameters. Select one of the free virtual COM ports from the list. Let's choose COM2. Next, select the type of alarm panel from the drop-down list. In our case, it will be a Paradox Esprit. Now we need to enter the public network address of our computer and a free network port in our network, which is publicly open. After entering the data, open the OSM tab and click the Start Connection button. If the event logs show the message Opened, it means that we have successfully established a connection with our OSM. Now we can go to the Modem tab, where we will have access to event logs between the alarm panel and the manufacturer's software. Now we need to configure the Babyware software to connect to the modem emulator. After launching the application, enter the operator login and password.
Wprowadzamy login i hasło operatora.
Now we need to create a new account by clicking the Add button. Enter the account name, which can be anything. Select the SP4000 panel model.
SP4000.
Set the connection type to modem.
Na modem.
Enter the login and password, the same as we configured in the alarm panel. I set the login and password the same as the phone number, which is 5555. Click the left mouse button on the created account, then select Open. Now in the second window of the BabyWare program, or one of the currently displayed, go to the Communication tab, then select Settings. Select the modem option, COM port, the same as in the modem emulator, which is COM2. Then the modem type, as 3COM generate modem. And in the panel phone field, enter the serial number of the communicator.
108 59 18.
Then click the Advanced button. Set the modem baud rate to 300 baud. Reverse Command R. Additionally, set tone dialing in the dialing method field. Save this option by double-clicking OK. Now we can connect to the alarm panel by clicking the Connect button. During this time, we can check the event logs in the modem emulator. The process of connecting to the alarm panel can take a few minutes. After completing all the processes, the disconnect icon visible in the lower left corner of the BabyWare program will change to Connected, informing us about a successful connection to the alarm panel. Thank you for your attention, and I encourage you to watch our other instructional videos. See you next time.